So for today's video is going to be informational. So I have arrived here in Philippines in August of last year, and now I've been here for 6 months. So today we're going to go to Pampanga to the immigration office and renew my visa. So every 2 months I've been doing extensions on my visa since I've been here. So how it works is when you arrive, you get a free visa upon arrival. So there was no paying for that. After 30 days of being here, you have to have an extension. So your first extension, you have to apply for in person at the immigration office. So we went to Pampanga. That was the easiest office to get to instead of Manila. And I got my first extension. Well, actually it was a waiver. Then I had to go back. That was good for 30 days. So that allowed me an extra 30 days of stay after paying for that waiver. So then we went back to Pampanga again to get my first extension. So that office only does 2-month extensions at the most. To do a 6-month extension, which is a long stay visa, is only done at Manila and some of the other bigger offices around the country. So the closest one is Manila. So I was going to go to Manila today to do that, but there is a reporting thing where all foreigners have to report in person before March 1st of every year. So that's just going to fill up the office. So we decided we're just going to go back to Pampanga because we already know that office. So we're going to go there today and do another extension. So this will be, I believe, my 3rd extension since I've been here. So the prices vary. So every time you go, it's kind of a surprise. There's prices on the website, but I found when I had to get my ACR card, my alien registration card, that was a lot more expensive than what it said on the website. So that being disclosed, they said that prices can change, so which they did. But I expect to pay about 5,000 pesos for this extension I'm getting this time. So hopefully we're within that price range. So we're going to go today, take a trip up there. It takes us maybe about an hour and a half to get there. And then when you file for your paperwork, you come back in 2 hours. So it's in a mall. So you're just like waiting around, hanging around the mall, getting something to eat, walking around. And then you get your paperwork, which is just going to be a piece of paper receipt, which you have to hold on to. They don't actually stamp your passport. So the only stamp I have is my entry and exit visa stamp that I did back in March when I first came, and then my entry visa that I got in August when I came this last time, and there's no other stamp since then. So you have to hang on to this big sheet of paper and keep that with you. But you don't have to carry it with you when you're out and about, but you just have to hang on to it for future references, especially when you go to leave the country, so you can show proof that you are current on your visas. So when we get back, I'm going to do another video, break down the prices of how much everything has cost me so far. Okay, we're on our way now. This is the transit area where we pick up the UV Express van. So we wait until they have enough passengers to go to the location we're headed. So we are at the SM Mall, which is a chain of malls in the area, I believe all across the Philippines. So it's a big chain of malls. And most of these UV Express vans, they go from mall to mall, and then you can pick up a van and go where you want to go pretty cheaply. One thing here is there's always armed guards, and you will typically go through a metal detector and your bags will be searched when you go in and out of malls and stores. Security here is a lot more stringent than in the US, which often I find is a good thing. So we're here in Robinson's in San Fernando. So this is where we take the Jeep from now to Marquee Mall. So it's 45 pesos, which is under $1 for the fare. It's crowded here. Yeah. Really crowded here. We're here at the Marquee Mall, and we've came from the house. We got a tricycle, and I think the total on that was like 80 pesos. Then after we left there, we got to the mall, SM Mall in Baliwag. We had to wait for about an hour for the UV Express van. The fare for that was 100 pesos a person, so about $2, maybe actually a little bit less. And then that was a 40-minute ride to the mall in Robinson Star Mill Mall, and that's in Pampanga in San Fernando. And then after we left there, we took the Jeep, which was 45 pesos a person, and we arrived here at Marquee Mall, and that's where I processed my visa. So we got back late, so this is the next day. So we got back late from Pampanga, had my visa extended. So I'm just going to run down the cost of what the whole price was since I've been here in my arrival August 28th, I believe, of 2022. So after that first initial arrival, when you come to the airport, your first entry visa is free. You just have to have a onward ticket for your within the next 30 days. So I just rented a ticket. It's just one that gets canceled anyway. But they never asked for it, but just be prepared to have that just in case, because they can turn you away if you don't have that. So after that 30 days, my next visa I got was in September, which was a waiver. So the waiver allowed me to stay for an additional 30 days or 29 days from that entry that I originally came in August. So that cost was 3,030 pesos. So 3,030 pesos for the what was called a waiver that allowed me to stay an additional 30 days on my original arrival. After that, then becomes extensions. So with extensions, you pay for a ACR card, which is the alien registration card, to show what status you are here, and that serves as your ID for the time you're in the Philippines. So they can ask for that. So you really only have to carry that around, is what I was told. So you don't have to carry around passports and all these visa papers. You just have to have that ACR card that shows that you're legally here. So that second visit, which was the surprise one because what was on the website was a bit lower than what it really was, but so they do say the prices can change without notice. So that was 6,752 pesos plus the 1,500 for the express lane fees. So express lane fees, you're always going to basically pay that if you want that visa that day. So that's about 1,000 pesos for that, but this one was 1,500 because they charged me express lane fee for the ACR certification for some reason. And like I said, that came out to nearly like 8,000 pesos, I believe, something like that. So then the ACR card, they just used to take a picture from your passport and do it electronically. You didn't have to bring a photo in there. So they did that, took it off there, and then on my next visit, which that allowed me to stay until December 27th, that one where I paid for the ACR card. But I did not pick up my ACR card until I went back for the visa. So I went back to the same office again in Pampanga, and that's when I picked up my ACR card and was ready. So that visa was my second 2-month extension. So my second 2-month extension, the total of that one was 2,830 pesos. That allowed me to stay until February 27th. So that's when I picked up my ACR card, so I was able to stay till February 27th. So this being February 22nd now that I've already renewed my visa, which was because you can renew them 1 week before your expires. So I renewed it on the 21st of February, but it still extended me to the 27th of April. So they continue that 2-month extension. So 27th of April of 2023 is when I have to go back and re-extend. So this next time, this one I just went to cost 4,550 pesos. So the prices are different because there's certificate of residence for temporary visitors. That was a 1,400 fee. That wasn't done last time. So last time was the cheapest one. And the first one where I got the ACR card was actually my most expensive because of that ACR card. It expires with like a 1 year. So that's only once a year you have to pay for that ACR card. So regardless of how your status is here, you have to have an ACR card of some sort, either say you're a tourist or resident or like a work permit or whatever type of reason you're here as a non-legal citizen, you have to have an ACR card. So that's a fee you're going to pay probably every year. Okay. So hope that fills in everything. Hope the video makes good sense. But if you have any questions, just comment below. Thank you.